Hello and welcome to Experience Fulton, the podcast. I'm Regina Waller, Division Manager, Communications and External Affairs for Fulton County. This podcast will not only provide you with information regarding the services and products that Fulton County has to offer, but we'll give you a close-up look into the department and the people who bring you those services. I'm Regina Waller and welcome to Experience Fulton, the podcast. For many of us, 911 is a very important number. In fact, it's where we call for help. But 911 is more than just where we call for help. We have the first responders that are there. So let's give you a little trivia here. Did you know that April 12th through the 18th, 2026 is considered National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week? This honors the first responders, the 911 dispatchers. In recognition of this observance, Experience Fulton is on location in the thick of the action. So what do I mean by that? Fulton County's Emergency Services 911 office. We are here talking with those who have their boots on the ground, helping people as they call in, seeking guidance and assistance and help. So I'd like to welcome here with us Miss Natalie Simmons. She is a deputy director in this office, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about who she is and what she does. But welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. Well, again, my name is Natalie Simmons. I'm the deputy director over training and operations here at Fulton County Department of Emergency Services. And so that's the area that I'm over.
So we're going to get you a little bit closer because we want to make sure that they hear everything that you're talking to us about. So here we are. This is National Telecommunicators Week, or Public Safety Telecommunicators Week. And the theme is the voices behind the headsets. But, I mean, great theme. But it is more than just a theme. You guys really are the voices that are behind the headsets. What does that phrase mean to you when you hear that, the voices behind the headsets?
Well, we help things go on that people don't really see. So we're more or less behind the scenes. We're the voice behind the scenes. We're the ones controlling and mitigating some of that chaos, whether it be with the first responders, the ones actually responding out to the call, or the callers calling in, because we actually, as you mentioned, we're the first responders. So part of that means that we actually engage the caller, navigate that conversation so we can give them life-saving instructions on what they can do until the responder gets here to kind of preserve that scene and try to, mitigate any losses.
And here in Fulton County, tell us some of the areas that you guys you oversee, or calls where you get calls from.
Yes, ma'am. So predominantly the south part of Fulton County. So as relates to South Fulton, Chattahoochee Hills, Palmetto, Union City, Fairburn, those are going to be the areas that we cover.
And I think it's so important because this is, I think it may be the third year that I've had an opportunity to work with this office regarding National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week. This is so important to us to recognize the work that you guys do because, as we said, you are the first responders. And I do know that on April 15th, the office will receive a proclamation, but you all have been celebrating since the week kicked off. And so let's talk a little bit about that. We are here on Masquerade Day. Tell us, what does that mean? You have your mask here.
Yes, ma'am. Well, actually, all the things are picked out by our staff. And so we polled them and we checked and see what did they want to do this year. And so they chose Pajama Day on the weekends. So we're going to allow them to relax a little bit on Pajama Day. And today is just Masquerade Day. It's just a day where you're just getting dressed up and wearing our mask and just kind of putting on.
So an opportunity to celebrate and honor the work that you all do. And although that you guys are dressed up and you have different themes for each day, the work goes on.
It does. It does. It does not stop at all. So the calls are still coming in. The calls are still going out. So we have people that take the calls. We have people that dispatch the calls. So it's an ongoing operations, 24/7, 365. We do not stop.
Do you mind telling us what would you say has been one of your most memorable calls?
One of the most memorable, I would have to say, just all. There's none that really stick out. They all leave an imprint. And so just being able to just touch somebody else's life, and we do it so frequently, so I can't say there's really one that just really sticks out.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to talk to other members of the team about National Public Safety Telecommunicators Day, and this is just vital work that you guys are doing. So we just want to say thank you to Natalie Simmons for joining us.
All right. Thank you so much for having me.
We are continuing our celebration of National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week, and we are on location And the Fulton County Emergency Services 911 office is here with on site with Experience Fulton, the podcast. We have Ms. Jade Hayes, who is a supervisor on location here. Been here 7 years, and has served as a first responder during that time. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so let's jump right into it. Tell us about some of the work that you do here in E911.
So here in the 911 Communication Center, we handle all the calls, emergency, non-emergency, animal control for all the citizens in preferably South Fulton County and parts of Fulton County, depending on the nature of the call.
What is it like? I call you guys heroes. We call 911. We hear a voice. We don't know who it is on the other line, but you guys always care, and it's like you're a hero. What is it like being able to have such a vital role in not only in Fulton County, but in the lives of every resident that calls?
It's actually very fulfilling. Personally, I know, like for myself, I'm a humanitarian at heart, and I just didn't think that I would be helping people to this capacity. Sometimes it can be a little overwhelming, but it also it's a bittersweet feeling. I've delivered babies over the phone, saved lives.
Wow.
Also, even just been on the phone with people, in their very last moments. It's a indescribable feeling, but it feels good to know, that you're a part of something like this.
Wow, and we are here celebrating you guys because of the work that you do with National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week. You've been a part of this celebration too. Tell us about some of the things that you guys have done while you've been on shift.
So yesterday was the kickoff. We worked yesterday. It was Sunday. Yesterday, I believe we were provided food by Fairburn Fire Department. They catered Jason's Deli for us, and that was great. Nobody had to, leave, for lunch or anything like that. The food was here. And we just pretty much, worked throughout the day because this does not stop. So the celebrations are still going on, but we're still working at the same time. So, we're just trying to make the best of it as the day goes on.
So it kicked off on Sunday, April 12th, and as you've heard from Ms. Hayes, they had someone to come in, or one of their partners to come in to say thank you with lunch. Can you talk to us about your shift? How long are your shifts?
Our shifts are 12 hours. They start at 6:45 a.m. and end at 7 p.m. and then the night shift, they come in at 6:45 p.m. and they end at 7 a.m. So that's 12 hours. Sometimes due to staffing, we are required to hold over, and so that may have people working 16 hours sometimes.
Wow. Well, I'm sure with because we're here in the middle of all of the activity, I know that those hours go by quickly for you guys, right?
Actually, they do. This is an ever-changing environment. It's never a dull moment in here. You'll look up, everybody's not a morning person. Some mornings do drag, but not in here. It's like on the ground, running, time to go.
Well, we want to say thank you so much, Ms. Jade Hayes, for taking a few moments to talk to us about National Telecommunicators Week and also the vital work that she does. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, and thank you guys for having me.
Still here in Fulton County Emergency Services E911 because we are talking about a very, very important recognition for some very important people. April 12th through the 18th is National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week, a whole 7 days where we recognize and observe the important work that is being done by the dispatchers, especially those who work for Fulton County's emergency services here in 911. And we have a special guest with us here joining us, been here 24 years, Ms. Tiffany Nutt-Waller. She is a professional development commander here in this office. I got to start out. Tell us exactly what does that mean. First, welcome, and tell us what does that mean to be a professional development commander here.
Thank you. What that means is all of the new people coming in, onboarding, our call takers, our dispatchers, I'm in charge of getting them trained properly so that as we reach out into the community and take those non-emergency and emergency calls, they know exactly what to do. It goes beyond that, though, because training in here continues. Just because you have the job, you still need to get trained and learn all of the most recent techniques and methods that are up to date and up to standard so that we can better assist our stakeholders. We want to make sure that we are presenting the most professional call taking, life-saving skills as we maneuver forward while taking those calls. So training embodies a lot, knowing what to do, when to do it, how to do it, because of course the main thing is to make sure that everybody is safe, our units, the citizens, and that we are doing things in a pleasing way for all of our stakeholders, because that is who keeps us here. So we want to make sure that we're doing everything that we're supposed to do, the way we're supposed to do it, in a timely manner, and that everybody's getting the best help that they can need and deserve at that time.
You mentioned two phrases. You said call takers
Yes.
and dispatchers.
Yes.
Is there a difference between those two? If could you tell us about
There
that?
absolutely is. So our call takers take incoming calls, and sometimes they have to place them out again doing outbound, but they receive all the non-emergency emergency calls. So if you were to pick up the phone and dial 911, our call taker would be the first person to answer. If our dispatchers and everyone else is busy, they're slated to only handle the inbound calls. Once they've processed those calls and enter them, they get sent over to the dispatch side. The dispatchers, in turn, send out the appropriate units, be it fire, police, EMS, whoever is needed at that time. We also watch the backs of the Solicitor Generals, the district attorneys. We dispatch for Animal Services, Morehouse College.
Wow.
Fulton County School Police. So we have a lot of agencies under our umbrella that we actually dispatch for, and we are their lifeline. We protect them as they go out to protect the citizens that call for help.
Well, you know, since we've been here
Yes.
this morning, it has not stopped. It is ongoing. There's activity around us, you know, constantly. And it's like this for you guys from the start of the shift to the end of the shift, right?
It doesn't end. It's just one big continuous shift. It never stops. 911 is 365, 24/7. And so it appears that one shift starts and stops, but they overlap. It's constantly moving, constantly. We get no days off.
Well, you know, you said 365, 24/7. That is why it's so important that we take a moment to recognize National Public Safety Telecommunicators, because you guys are the first responders. I keep saying it, and I'm going to continue to say that. And you're going to receive a proclamation on April 15th during the BOC meeting, but you all are also celebrating. You guys may notice in our video that Ms. Waller has on a little bit of a costume there, and if you could hold up your mask, because it's mask. We are here on Masquerade Day.
So this is Masquerade Monday.
Ah.
And today our theme is Masquerade. So we're all having a mask on for Masquerade Monday. And I've just done a little bit extra. just done a little bit extra to go a little bit further to make it fun. So this is supposed to be a week where we're working, where we're celebrated, but we're also having fun with it. We appreciate the stakeholders coming in and taking time, you all coming in and take time to see us, because a lot of times we're unseen. We're behind the scenes. And so this gives us an opportunity to meet the people we work with, because some of them we never see, we only hear. So with them coming up and visiting with us during this week, we get to actually meet them and connect with them, and that builds a strong relationship with the people that you're working with every day to get to actually meet them. So we're pleased about that. Also, it lets the heroes and heroines know you're appreciated.
Well, you know, I'm so glad you said that, because you guys work all the time, and as they, you know, the theme is the unheard, you know, the voices behind the headsets.
Yes.
You are unsung heroes, and we are just all so fortunate and blessed that you guys come in and you do a great job, a professional job, especially thanks to the part that you provide here in the office. So why is it so important to you that this observance be recognized and you all be celebrated?
Well, because a lot of times people just hear us either on the phone or over the mics when we're speaking to the units in the field, but they don't relate to us as real people until they actually see us. It's just somebody who's providing a service, somebody who's there to take the call when I need it, somebody's there to check on me when I'm in the field when I need it. But we're real people who have real lives, just like the citizens and the units in the field, the stakeholders that we serve. We have families. We have things that we have to do. Life hits us just the same. So as they say, lives, it does for us as well. And because some of us actually take some of the things home that happen, you just never know how we're really affected. So it's nice for somebody to check on us for a change, to say, hey, thank you. We actually appreciate you. We see you. It's good to be seen. It's good to put 1 and 2 together. So that's why it's so important to me because, again, it's 24/7. And there's a lot that goes into these 12-hour days, sitting here, not with your family. And so there are things that parents miss out on. Majority of our force are women who have small children or elderly parents, people that they need to see about, but we see about the citizens because 1, we love it. 2, that's our job. So just somebody saying, hey, we appreciate you makes a world of difference.
Well, thank you. We see you, we appreciate you, and we are just so grateful that have you and the team here in Fulton County taking these calls, also dispatching help. So thank you again, and we want to say thank you for joining us with Experience Fulton, the podcast, as we celebrate National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.